Good day everyone, it's Caitlin, and today we're going to talk about 2023 and how it went for the channel. We got a lot done this year despite having to move 3 times and having to cut out quite a few of the videos just to accommodate the amount of time I was moving and renovating and all that. As you can see, we're all moved into our new sewing room. It is an absolute disaster, but I'll go ahead and show you around a little bit, even though we kind of did a few videos to kind of show you what was going to be what. So ignoring the Mebelite fabric storage, which is already kind of a disaster. Sewing table, my computer, Rhett and I are both working on a project right now, so it's kind of a mess. Sewing machine walls, so modern, and there's also the 1930s machine, and my serger, great grandma's machine. There's Wilma, and the other two are in there right now because I'm using Wilma for a project, and the Closet of Doom. We're not going to talk about that. I am, however, very excited that I no longer have to sew with my sewing machine on the ironing board and have to take it off to iron and then put it back on to sew another seam. That's great. I'm so excited about that. We actually have space for things now, and all my sewing stuff is here. Even the embroidery floss I couldn't find all of last year with all those baby things that we were going to embroider and didn't get to do because I had lost my thread. I know where it is now. I have had access to all my sewing stuff in 10 months. It's been 10 months. That's a long time for me because I don't think I've ever actually had a time sewing where I didn't have access to all my things. I still don't have 100% of the fabric in here. I think I probably have like 80 to 90% of it in here, but other than that, everything is in here and I have space for it all. So over last year I got married, we moved 3 times, or I moved 3 times, and we're finally settled into the new house. We're still renovating it, but I do have a sewing room where I can actually work on stuff, and this is a really nice mental break from painting kitchen cabinets and refinishing wood floors. So even through the 3 moves and all that, I was still able to keep up with about 2 videos a week, except for the part of December where I kind of just fell off because I had too many things to do. And I really appreciate y'all being supportive and understanding through that time. We're ending the year with just a little bit less than 1,400 subscribers, which we ended up last year with about 800 subscribers. So we've almost doubled that. Just like 200 shy. I really appreciate everyone who subscribes to the channel, watches the videos, comments. I really enjoy y'all commenting and me being able to respond to your comments and have interactions with y'all. That's so much fun for me. I also earlier this year got a really nice camera, so hopefully the video and the audio quality, you've noticed a difference with that between now and the older videos. Another thing that was started is the channel did get monetized, so you can actually now join the channel, and there are perks and privileges based on the tier that you're on. You can go check that out at your leisure. There should be a little button next to my name that says join or something like that. You can go check that out if you're interested. And all that's due to y'all subscribing and watching. It's all up to how many subscribers and how many watch hours that a channel has, so I really appreciate that. I would really like for this next year for it just to get fully monetized. Right now I don't get any revenue from ads from YouTube, and I would really like to do that just so I can, recoup a little bit of my losses from the time spent, editing and all that. In the later part of last year, I also kind of started doing some short videos. You may have seen those come up on YouTube. I was also doing them on Instagram, doing Instagram Reels and Facebook videos as well. They were kind of all 3 the same little video, and I just put it up on all 3 platforms. This next year we're going to do something a little bit different, so I'm going to do the full-length videos 2 times a week on YouTube. So you're going to get a Monday video and a Friday video. And on Instagram and on Facebook, there will be a video every day of the week. It's just short 1 to 3, maybe 1 to 5 minute video on there. So make sure you're following me on at least one of those platforms, if not both, to be able to catch that content as well. I'd love to do that on YouTube as well, but the shorts are limited to less than 60 seconds, and I found that's not really a lot of time to actually talk about things. I am also in this space where I can finally really start taking on clients. There is a link to my website down below if you're interested in looking into what I can do for you in terms of helping you fit patterns, doing virtual consultations, even making and sewing clothing for you, that sort of thing. I have a couple clients that got and talked to me last year, and unfortunately they got to me right before we got married, and I moved out to where I didn't have internet, and I just kept saying, oh, we should be moving, because we put an offer down several houses and we got really close a couple of times, and it just never worked out until this one worked out. And so really appreciate the clients who went through me on that and are still wanting me to do stuff for them, because I feel like I kind of dropped the ball on that a little bit, even though I really just did not have internet. I was not able to do virtual consults for a while, and then I kept having this carrot dangled in front of me of, we get 2 weeks away from closing, it's like, okay, yeah, we'll have internet, I can finally take you on, this is kind of the timeline I'm thinking of, and then the whole thing would fall apart. And so yeah, I really appreciate the clients who especially stuck through me through that, because that was a disaster. We are now actually finally moved in, so I do have reliable internet now and I can take on clients. So things to look forward to next year as far as the clothing projects go. Of course, we started the baby projects in June. We got a lot done. I was just thinking about that. Only 20 something videos for baby stuff, and we got all the 19th century underpinnings done from birth to 2, and we got 19 teens, the entire outfit done, and the 1930s and 40s toddler stuff done. So that's a lot of work in 20 something videos. It feels like I've been doing this forever, but yeah, we got a lot done, and so I'm very excited about that. We're gonna continue baby stuff. We're gonna have 2 baby videos a month now. So instead of just every Friday being baby stuff, we're gonna have one 19th century baby video a month and then one 20th century baby video a month. So we're gonna start off with 19th century stuff, doing the dresses, which I'm super excited about, little baby dresses. I have some really cute ideas, and I have lots of little pretty embroideries and lace, and we're gonna make all the pretty things. And then we're gonna do 1930s baby stuff first, because the stuff we ended up making last year ended up being toddler sized, as we've discussed before. So we're gonna start making baby stuff for the 1930s and 40s. Ladies underneath, so she's excited too. She finally gets to come live with us again, and she's a house dog again, and she's enjoying this very much. But be forewarned, there will be moving cameras again. Another thing we're going to be doing a lot of this year is 1880 stuff, because I have a very big event in March where I'm portraying kind of a wealthier woman, so I need quite a bit of clothing for that. We're also going to resume doll clothes. I know a lot of you are really interested in the doll clothes, and I meant to kind of continue that all of last year. Unfortunately, one of the first things I packed was that dang doll that we sewed together, and I don't know why in my brain that I did that, but I put the doll away, and I packed it away, and I couldn't find it. And so we couldn't do the doll stuff last year. So we're going to continue with that doll, the little 1850s, 60s cloth doll. We're going to get her some clothes. And yeah, I found her. For long-term project vlogs, we're going to start off with a wedding quilt that I never actually finished, that I kind of need for reenacting. I have a modern wedding quilt that my grandmother made for me, and that's at the end of our bed. So I have a wedding quilt. It's not like I don't have one. That's why it wasn't my main priority to get one done, because I already had one. But I want a historically accurate one I can bring to events, and that will be our historically accurate wedding quilt. And so we're going to work on that together as a channel. You know, I'm already married. We're still going to call it a wedding quilt. I had not decided what the last half of the long-term project vlogs are going to be. I consider doing a quilted petticoat, but I really don't need one of those right now. I did just get a really nice big loom. It's going to have its own room and everything. I'm going to have my very own weaving room. I'm very excited about this. For all the spinning wheels and the loom and all the fiber arts. It's going to be in a room. It's going to be great. And then we're going to get pregnant and have a kid, and I'm going to move it because that's going to eventually be the nursery too. So then I'm going to find another place for this giant loom that I have. But we have a loom. I do want to start making coverlets for like the guest bed and our bed and all that. So we might do something with fiber arts instead for the long-term project vlog. I guess we'll see when we get to that point. I'm also kind of throwing around the idea of doing like a Wednesday night live video chat, because there is that live YouTube button. We can have I'll sit down with the project, and we can have like a theme and do some talk through some research together, and y'all can ask her real life questions, or I can pull out one of the originals, and you can get real-time footage of, hey, can you show me the arm's eye, and I can get close-up video of the arm's eye for you. So I thought that would be kind of cool to start doing. I also consider making maybe the live videos are fiber arts time, so where we do the weaving and the spinning and all that just whenever we do live videos. And I'm thinking Wednesday night, but I know some people have church stuff on Wednesday night, so I'm not sure if that's the best night. I know weekends are pretty much out for me just because of events and that sort of thing. We're not always in town, and I don't always have access to internet on the weekends. Friday nights are kind of a hit or miss because I know there's like other YouTube channels that kind of do the same subject matters, like Townsend's. They also do live videos on Friday nights. Thursdays are hit and miss for me just because sometimes we go to events early and we go, get there Thursday night so we can be there Friday for school day. Tuesday, Thursdays, I have a girls chat. We do we do a couple, once a month or once every couple weeks, video chat. We call it a tea, and that's either Tuesdays or Thursdays. So really I'm only available consistently on Mondays or Wednesdays. So if one of those days works better for you, I'm central time, and like if one of those times, like in the evening for me, would work better for y'all, either Monday or Wednesday, just kind of let me know if y'all be interested in that sort of thing. Other things I'm going to be working on this year is those books. So I talked to you last year that I was hoping to get some books published this next year. Wedding and Moving 3 Times kind of really took away the time that I had to write. So those did not get published, unfortunately, but I am really starting to look for them. I have a new nice schedule for me to keep about cleaning the house, and also has designated day for spending a couple hours writing. So hopefully I can get a little bit more done. I do have the 1830s Women's Draft Your Own Wardrobe book over 2/3 done. The first quarter of the 19th century baby clothes book is also done. So I'm almost to the point I can start looking for publishers for the Draft Your Own 1830s wardrobe book. So we are getting close to that point. So as long as nothing else comes out this year, I should be able to get this published, but who knows? Channel members will get more frequent updates on those publications and that sort of thing, but I will let everybody know when they get published. I'll put a short out, I'll put an announcement out on the channel itself. That way you can be aware of when something does get published. Another little perk of the actual, if you join the channel, I will be putting out some tutorials from the books that people can try out these projects to kind of make sure my directions make sense. They're kind of like pattern testers, but you'll get like early access to book stuff as well. So if that interests you, you might want to consider joining the channel as well as a member. Aside from the books, I do have all the videos that we're going to do planned out through June. I don't have anything after June yet because I want to make sure that I want to see where kind of things take us, like where we're going to be as far as all the projects, what events I'm doing in the fall. I don't know any of that yet, so I'm kind of trying to keep that open right now. But I am generally happy to take suggestions about what y'all want to see. I'm not going to do a project or a video just to do a project. Like, I have to have a reason to wear it. I have to have a place to wear it. I have to have an event for it. I have to have a use for a project. I'm not just going to do a project just to make a video on it. I need something tangible to actually wear this project to. But if it's something I can fit into my actual living history scope, I'm more than happy to do it for y'all. So yeah, just keep leaving your comments and hey, I would like to see this sort of thing. I know there are a couple comments about me doing 1890s stuff. I don't do the 1890s. I don't have any events to wear 1890s stuff to. I kind of wear 1890s stuff, kind of, at least skirts, in real life, so it doesn't feel like living history to me. It feels like modern wear. So that's not something I would ever really do. I also said I would never do the 1920s or the 1830s, and here we are. So likely I won't be doing that sort of thing, but if I can fit it into what I do for living history, I'm more than happy to try to accommodate y'all and what y'all want to see. I did get some comments last year about like accessorizing 1860s work dresses and videos. I wasn't able to fit into last year because of all 3 moves and having to cut down on the amount of content I was putting on, but they are on the schedule this year. So if you made a suggestion and I was able to fit that in, it's probably going to be in the next 6 months. But with the new video variety, we're still going to do like the 20-minute sewing video twice a week, but we also have the 3 to 5 minute videos that we're going to see on Facebook and Instagram, and possibly a few 1-minute shorts on YouTube throughout the year. So I have a lot more leeway into what we can do as far as content goes. I don't have to like stick to that 20-minute project. I have a little bit more leeway what we can do. So like we can look at an original for 5 minutes and put that on Instagram. We can do silly things like, can I fit into my 1929 Ford Model A in a hoop skirt? We can do silly things like that. Like I can fit that into my content now. And none of those takes very much time to film or to edit. They're very quick for me to do, so I'm more than happy to do that sort of thing. So if y'all have like any silly little ideas that I could do, I'm more than happy to take those into consideration. So even it's like little things like, hey, do you have like an original this and can we see this in detail? Or just little things. If you have any ideas, more than happy to take those suggestions. But of course we are going to continue doing those 20-minute sewing videos because I know a lot of you use them as tutorials when you're making your own clothing, and I want to continue that for you. Plus, I'm already doing those projects, so it makes a lot of sense for me to film it while I'm already doing it and get you content. Other than that, look forward to a very fun year of 1880s dresses, weird things like butchering chicken as an 1864 refugee, maybe some event retellings with some friends. We can get some friends out here and just have a little fireside chat of, hey, we all went to this really fun event and here are the weird things that happened, because I think y'all will be very interested to know what actually goes on behind the scenes at a Living History event. I'm hoping maybe a couple times a year maybe we'll teach some parlor games or do something fun like that. With that being said, thank you so much for watching this video, subscribing to the channel, clicking that little bell notification, liking all the videos. Have a great New Year's, and I'll see you back here in 2024 for more videos.